Hello and welcome, guys. Thank you for joining me again for another night of Facebook Live. It is indeed a blessing to be here with you, as I also want to recognize those that catch me on the replay from YouTube and or SoundCloud. I am your host, Tricia Bray Smith, author, educator, and public speaker. Tonight, our subject, we're just going to be talking about what do you do? I want to know a little bit about the things that you do when situations come your way. Um, I was sitting here just going through the media streams and some of the communities that I'm involved in um, on the media platforms, the various platforms, and I was thinking that it was just me and that I was just the one having some kind of day or having some kind of emotions throughout the day, but it seems like it's more than me that's having some kind of emotional roller coaster or feeling like there's some kind of press going on in their lives today. So I come up with the topic, what do you do? And so as you guys are logging on with me tonight, not only do I want you to communicate with me and share with me some of the things that you do, but I also want you to take the time out to like and share this video. So as you are logging on with me, if you will like and share this video, what that does is it allows the video to circulate and it allows others on your timeline an opportunity to be able to view and see the broadcast as well. So that is very important. Also, guys, for you that have seen our YouTube channel, for those of you that may not can catch the broadcast live every night and maybe you miss it streaming back through your timeline, if you'll like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, you can get all the videos that I've done since March 25th on demand. So you can go back through and take a look at some of those broadcasts and hopefully be blessed and empowered and encouraged by a lot of the information that has already been broadcast and the topics that have already been covered. So I was sitting here tonight, and yes, I was feeling some kind of way and just thinking about how the course of the day has been and just reflecting on some of the emotions and the feelings that I felt throughout the day. And it just seemed to me like it was just one of them days to where I was in a press, and not so much a physical press, but an emotional press or an emotional strain, just like something's just pulling on me spiritually and emotionally. So I could feel all that tension and I can feel all that frustration. And even though, hey Diane, I'm glad you're here with me and I'm glad you said hello, because I want to share how you blessed me tonight here in just a second. So I do appreciate you being here with me, because you blessed me to the point that you almost brought me to tears tonight, and I'm still emotional now. And so I was just sharing how today has just been one pressing day, and I know we all have these days like this to where we're going through and we feel like everything is just a strain or a pull on us. And so that has been the kind of day that it has been for me. And not only that, it's been such a strain that it even has affected how I've communicated or how I've interacted with people throughout the course of the day. So feeling that way and then streaming down through social media platforms tonight and seeing other women talking about how they've had a long day and how it's been pressed upon them and things like that, then I'm thinking to myself, then it's not just me. And to have somebody to come and voice that, it gave me an outlet to, hey Keisha, how are you, baby? it gave me an outlet just to be able to release, I guess more or less, be able to release those emotions or those feelings. And what it did for me was it was just like holding in a breath so long and then letting it out, but held it in so long to where it was just suffocating me. And then I was able to release because I was able to understand at that point that, you know, when we go through stuff and things are pressing on us, we're not the only ones. And I know that I said it before, but sometimes we have to hear things over and over again because we really don't feel the heat of the fire until we're actually in the fire, right? So it was good for someone to just come out and just say, you know, it's been some kind of day. And then you hear the other women chiming in and talking about, yes, how it's been that kind of day, and letting all of us know that we're not alone, and that when we go through something personally in our lives, we're going through it together. And this is what you guys do for me night after night. And so I said that because I come up with the topic a little while ago. What do you do? I come up with that topic. And then right before the broadcast, I usually get on about 9:15ish and start surfing through social media and just kind of see how everybody's doing and kind of interacting with people. And I come across a post that you, Diane, had put up a few hours ago. And I was so glad that I was able to see that, and so glad it came through my timeline because it blessed me so much. And the post that blessed me so much is a post that you pulled from another social media platform. And it said, a strong woman. It said, a strong woman loves and a strong woman forgives. She walks away. It also says, hey Sherry, how are you, baby? We're talking about our feelings and emotions tonight. And I was just mentioning about a post that Diane put about a strong woman on her timeline that blessed me so much. A strong woman loves, she forgives, she walks away, she lets go, time and time again, and she perseveres. And you know, Diane, that blessed me that you would even share something like that, especially on a day like today, like I have been feeling, like a day that I've had where I feel like emotionally, where am I? And I think of this, and you know, we women, that's kind of the role we take as being strong. And so all these things we do, we love, we forgive, we walk away, we persevere, we do all these things for everybody else. But what is it that we do for ourselves? We have to be all this for everybody else. Oh, you better say it, Mr. Matrix. Yes, she got to keep her faith. Faith is all she has. This is all we got, guys. And so with a woman being strong and having so much power, Diane, you don't know what you done when you posted that. It was so much power in that it just come in and it just shook up everything that was in me. It shook it to the point to where it broke it down to the point tears are still falling from my eyes. I'm still having to wipe my eyes because I'm still emotional. It took all that and it just broke it up. Because what we do when we think about being strong, we're giving and giving and giving. But at what point are we as women surrounding ourselves around each other and pouring back into that other woman? So to have something as, maybe you might not have thought much of it, or maybe it encouraged you a bit, and maybe you just thought, well, I'll post this because it encouraged me. Maybe you didn't have me in mind. I don't know. But whatever it is, just that thought, just that act that you did, this may have seemed so simple to you, have made a greater impact in my life. Because I'm sure you guys, we don't know what one another is going through. We don't know the feelings and the battles that we have to bear. And so for us to do an act of kindness and to just really do something that seems like a simple deed has great impact on who knows. We never know whose lives we touch when we just do it. So my question to you is, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do when you're having a long, drug out day like I've had today? Where is it that you find your comfort? Who is it that you can call and talk to? What kind of music do you listen to? What kind of prayers are you praying? Who do you surround yourself with? Do you go to a room and just be by yourself and just have that time of meditation? What is it that you do? Because on days like this, if I didn't have you guys, I'd probably still be sitting under that pressure, looking to surround myself with something that could break that tension and break up that ground. Because I am a strong woman, and because we are strong women, that's the way we tend to do it. We tend to sit under that pressure until we just burst. And sometimes that pressure gets so hard on us, or it gets so tense on us. When it bursts, it sends us spinning out of control. And then at that point, we're saying things that are harmful. We're snappy. Our behaviors are not the best. Our thoughts are not the best. All kind of craziness goes through our heads and our minds. So guys, if you're here with me tonight, share with me. What is it that you do when you find yourself in a situation like I have today? Given so much, trying to meet all the demands, trying to be strong. You being the one that's standing for right and walking away and forgiving and loving and persevering through it all, taking on all that. Where do you find your release? Where do you find your comfort? Demetrius says, keep standing on God's word. Find someone you can release to. And that's good. That's good. That is good. And you know, guys, I challenged you guys a few days ago about standing on your word and letting your word be what it is. And I hope that you guys are continuing to do that. Stand on your word instead of just giving out words and having to make an excuse to back that up. Because you know that the words we speak, those are God's words. We are the mouthpiece of our Creator. We are that. And so we need that word, and we need that comfort and that support and that encouragement from one another. Ladies, if we can't trust each other, or interact with each other, or support, or lift each other up, or give each other a kind word, where are we going to get it from? Where are we going to get all that from if we can't be that for each other? If we can't speak that word to one another, if we can't be that support for one another, right? So what is it that you do when you're having a long day? Do you take a long hot bath and relax and listen to some good music? Today I sat there at my learning center because I had been having trouble putting together an email list using the systems that um, had been suggested to me, and I just could not get it down. I had not been able to get it down, and so I was studying on some email systems, and I was just getting so frustrated, so frustrated with everything, and just thinking about other things that was on my mind as well. And I streamed YouTube, and I found some instrumental music, some relaxing, soft instrumental music, and I just let it play. And I just sat there in that moment. I just sat there in that feeling, in that space, and I just breathed. I just breathed. And it was just me and the music. But it allowed my mind to become clear. It let me breathe a little bit. It gave me a little bit of comfort to sit there in that space. And then after a while, I was finally able to settle in on the system and be able to make it work for me. And that was a good feeling. That was a good feeling. I don't know that I felt that in a while. I don't know that I've been able to just sit and just take a breath in a while. I don't know how long it's been, guys. And I just have to be honest with you. Keisha says, I listen to gospel music, meditative prayer, and inspirational music messages. That's awesome. I'll tell you what, that can really uplift people's spirits, especially when we have that relationship with our Creator. Just that oneness where you meditate on Him and how good He is to us and for us. And then when we just really understand that He is the air we breathe, in everything we do, we desire to honor Him. Keisha, thank you for sharing that. It's a good help. What is it that you guys do? Talk to me. What is it that you do when you're having a tough day? What is it that you do when you've given everything, you don't have anything else to give? Who do you lean on? Who do you depend on? And the spiritual aspect of it is good. But what happens when your emotions are so suppressed and your mind is so depressed that maybe you can't connect spiritually? What is it that's tangible or physical that you can lean on? Who is it that you can call on? Who is it that you can depend on to have a post or somebody you could call to get a laugh in, to just make you forget about the situation you're sitting in, or someone to just, that's going to shake up all that you've been under pressure in? What is it that you do, guys? Do we take a ride in a car? Do we ride out to the lake and look at the calm of the waters, reflecting the sky? What is it that we do? I can think back as a young lady that was my pastime. I used to drive out to Hefner Lake and sit out and just listen to the waters, listen to nature, have a talk with my Creator. And you know, we get so caught up in life as we age and we get older that we forget about that. You know, I share with you guys before, for so long I forgot that music existed. I didn't think about how I could dial up YouTube and just stream any kind of music to flow out my speakers of my electronic device. I forget about that. And it wasn't until my kids came home at the beginning of the pandemic that reminded me that music is the universal language. And no matter what language you speak, there's music, some form of music that can minister and soothe our souls. And doesn't it just feel good to have something that can help soothe you when you're going through such tough times? So anybody else that would like to share with us that are here tonight what it is you do when you've just had one of those days. And guys, I've chosen my words carefully. I'm careful to do that now. But you know the kind of days that I'm talking about. You know, when you got kids and you got family and you have spouses and you have jobs and you have everybody pulling on you and you have friends and you have family, you know. We know the kind of days, and I'm sure all of you can have a different word for it. But what is it that you do? And I appreciate you guys that have shared because, you know, we need that. My tears have turned into smiles. My heart feels light. The weight feels lifted. And that's just 20 minutes of sitting here with you guys. You guys have been my medicine tonight. I feel like that my mind is easy and that I could rest well. I didn't feel like that before coming to sit in front of this camera. So I commend you guys and I thank you guys for interacting with me tonight, for listening, taking out the time to be here with me. You guys are a blessing to me. Let me just encourage you to continue to do what you do, even when you don't know what it is that you do that is a blessing for somebody else or to somebody else. So I thank you guys for joining me tonight. Meet me here again tomorrow night, 10 p.m. I am your host, Tricia Bray Smith, author, educator, and public speaker. Good night, everybody.